back behind the wheel of another Speedworks BMW, and this time it's the E92 335i Coupe. Now this one's a little different to that 135 that we tested a little while back and that we reviewed a little while back. What makes this one different is the fact that we're not running the N55 motor here. Now here we're with the older N54. Still 3 litres, straight 6 and turbocharged, but there's an extra turbo. This one has a twin turbo system.
The 335 badge was first worn on the back of BMW E90 models and came at a time when purists were scoffing the idea of turbocharged BMW engines. Prior to the 335, it was only a select few BMW models that were force-fed, like the 2002 Turbo and naturally their diesel models.
Now the mods aren't as aggressive on this one, but I tell you what, the car feels just as quick. You can feel that there's a little more weight to this car, and it still makes fantastic power. Still got water methanol running here, BMS intake, downpipe, exhaust, but it's the software that makes this one so entertaining.
While it won 5 International Engine of the Year awards, it was discontinued in 2013 in favour of the single-turbo N55. BMW was forced to keep the power down, as too much power would have stolen the thunder from the then V8 M3 flagship model. This meant that there was a lot of room for improvement. The formula for extracting power from an engine rests in getting the air in and out as fast as possible. And when you have 2 turbochargers forcing the air into the motor, it's a little easier to make big power. The BMS induction system starts with a set of K&N Performance air filters. 2 filters are needed, as the intake system feeds both turbochargers, 1 filter for each. The less restrictive intake allows more air to be ingested by the turbos, and in turn, this is passed into the motor.
Not only does it run that Juicebox 4 system, but it also runs a backdoor flash mod, and that just maximizes what that Juicebox can do.
Helping to get the air out is a BMS downpipe that runs from 2 turbochargers to the rest of the exhaust system that has also been upgraded, but kept fairly quiet considering the power. A JB4 management solution sorts out the boost, fueling and timing to make sure that all the additional air is used at the right time and not wasted out the exhaust.
Pulls beautifully all the way up to the red line. I'll tell you what, these N-Series motors are actually damn good. Now the box is a little confusing, I'll tell you what. It is a little different to that 135. That's not to say it's bad, but I just find myself changing up instead of changing down. This thing gathers speed at such a rate of knots that you wouldn't believe. And then it's a little bit of a head turner as well, because this one's got some aesthetic mods thrown into the mix. Some colouring on the wheels and the lower sills. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at Shrek's ears outside. Yep, they're green.
The styling of the E92 Coupe is unconventional, yet effective. They opted to go with bright green detailing on selected body panels that offsets the original black paintwork. The brake calipers were given a touch of green, while all the BMW roundels were switched from the traditional blue and white to a black and green scheme. The 19-inch split-spoke M Sport 313 wheels do little to hide the brakes that lurk behind them, but provide ample grip for some spirited driving. To get the lights to match, a green Laminex coating was applied to both the driving lamps and the headlights. At the rear, the low-profile boot spoiler is a matching green and rests just above another modified BMW roundel. The interior hasn't been fettled all that much, and with the beige leather trim option checked, why would one want to? The interior is a classy combination of tan and black, ideal for a vehicle of this nature.
This one's got the M Sport package, so the suspension and the brakes are just that little bit better than your stock items. It does make this nice and lively around the corners, but quite manageable and predictable. It's just a beautiful linear surge. I want to say that this has almost got NA sort of throttle response. And with the other Speedworks car was running 1.6 bar boost, this one runs a slightly lower 1.4 bar boost. Doesn't stop it from making power though. We're sitting with about 320 kilowatts at the wheels, 640 newton meters of torque. It's a wonderful car to drive, I tell you what, properly quick. And I tell you what, you just can't help but being an absolute hooligan in this car. Beautifully strong. You don't realize that you're sitting doing 170, 180 k's an hour.
It certainly is a very quick machine, yet it was never built to chase down records. It was created to meander along with enough power underfoot so that when you want it, you have it. So that should the need arise, you certainly won't be the slowest. It's tame enough to use every day and strong enough to keep you smiling when the road opens up and you plug the throttle, watching the speed climb at a rate of knots. To the national speed limit, that is.